This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, it's a burgery good day today, is it not?
I see what you've done there, Swanee.
I just went to the bathroom before the show started and I had a little tiny bit of special sauce on the left-hand side of my mouth because Macca's is giving us $100 to give to everybody that gets on the air today on the Chrissy Swan Show because the Monopoly game is back.
I love the Monopoly game. I know I'm a fully fledged adult now, but I still collect them.
But isn't it? I always win the drinks.
What's wrong with that? You're a coffee queen.
Yeah, but I don't want a fizzy drink. I want burgers. I only want burgers. I want burgers and nugs.
Everyone that gets on air with us will get $100 cash thanks to the Monopoly game. There is nothing better for a Wednesday.
I agree.
I suggest getting involved with the show today. There's heaps happening, including Mystic Chrissy, which is next.
Mm-hmm. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's calm down.
Okay.
Specsavers is helping Chrissy with her mystical visions. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Mystic Chrissy.
Speaking of Specsavers, before we usher Mystic Chrissy into the room, big shout out to Specsavers Werribee, who earned the most money for the Fred Hollows Foundation on that Super Saturday during Fred's big run.
Anya,
you are amazing.
The Werribee folk should be proud of themselves.
Very proud of yourself. Hello, Laura.
Hello.
You are cheerful. I'm getting straight into it. You have been called cheerful your whole goddamn life.
I have.
Tell you what, though, you are concerned about the dark skin in your groin and underarms.
Ooh.
No, I'm very pasty.
I feel just get a mirror and have a look anyway.
I'll be sure to do that later.
The first car you bought ran on super fuel.
No.
What's super fuel?
It was an old Pulsar.
And it was still unleaded, was it?
It was.
There is a lively puppy around you.
There is.
White and black.
Very close. She's getting white because she's a bit older, but she has still black on her face.
How long's it got left to live, Swanee?
Start digging the hole, Laura.
Oh.
Wow, we're awful today.
She's 12 soon.
It's a good run.
It's a good run.
It is a good run.
Why do I hear Adam Ant around you?
Oh. I don't know.
So unplug the jukebox and do us all a favor. Do you know that song?
I don't, and I know lots of songs.
You'll have to look that up because it means it's
will.
going to mean something to you. It's called Ant
Adam
Music. See if
Ant
you can
music.
find it. See if you can find it, Jack. Ant Music, while I keep on reading. There is a word that is coming up, and it is chubby.
Oh.
And I don't
Well,
know.
it might be my dog that's next to me.
I thought it might be.
I reckon it's us because we just inhaled a lot of
Oh, God, it was
Maccas.
so good too. I don't know. There's something about the word chubby that means something to you or is going to.
Oh.
Did you see a movie once with an otter in it?
What is this?
No, but I watched an otter video on the weekend.
That's what
on
I'm seeing.
Instagram,
Definitely. I just saw.
And I added it to my stories.
There you go.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Otter. I think we found the song, haven't we? Or no, we haven't.
It's not in the system, Swanee, I'm sorry.
Maybe I made it up. Maybe Mystic Chrissy created it out of nothing.
No, when I Google Ant Music, it's there. It's just not in the Nova system.
Oh.
All right, one last hit, Mystic.
You have been known to be a bit cheap.
Yes, I have. In a good way, of course.
Well, good news for you. You have just won some cash and a VIP voucher for the most amazing pair of specs from Specsavers. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
And
You're a
Laura,
delight.
you can go and get chubby now with a $100 cash injection to your bank account thanks to the Monopoly game at Macca's.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, baby.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Want to jump the prescription queue? Download the free Priceline Pharmacy app. With its handy pre-order function, simply order your script and they'll message you when your order's ready.
Never wait for a script again at Priceline Pharmacy. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I mean, look, Mystic Chrissy has been and gone and was magical, but something else quite mystical has happened in the last 24 hours. And I had a thought very early this morning when I was making spanakopita for our friend Vicky.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you what that thought was, but it did involve Taylor.
Well, 9 out of 10 of your thoughts do.
That's true, particularly at 2 a.m. And I am going to have this discussion about the news that has broken this morning since I've had that thought. And then right at the end, I'm going to tell you what my thought was, okay?
Okay, shoot.
So I woke up this morning and apparently the whole thing, love is dead, the whole thing is a sham. Travis Kelce's team has, that there has been a leaked document that looks very, very official that basically says that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are in a showmance. Do you know what a showmance is?
A showmance is something that happens in Hollywood when, like, 2 big Hollywood superstars' PR teams set them up with someone for mutual sort of fame and financial benefits.
Sometimes the publicity companies throw them together to hide bad publicity, or if someone's had a massive movie flop, it's a positive spin.
It's a new narrative for them to push them forward.
Can you think of any famous showmances?
Well, I don't think they often come out to be, they're always assumed or it's rumoured. No one's ever confirmed anyone.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's all signed and sealed at the time of the deal. So the leaked document is on the letterhead of Travis's management company. And it goes into great detail about the date that they're going to break up, the angle that's going to be taken in terms of the wording. We respect each other and we're going to concentrate on our respective careers, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. Oh, I don't know. The cynic in me, though, Swanee, like these photos that you're showing me, the document has a letterhead of his management company. It says full scope. Like, has someone gone to, I mean, you Swifties are crazy, but like, has someone gone to that much detail to fake this?
I mean, yes, people go to all sorts of, and also, have you heard of Canva? You can make anything on there.
God, people really need hobbies.
You could easily make that. Plus, the information is just copy and paste from other bits and pieces. But like, the interesting twist is this. What were you going to say?
The detail here, though, Swanee, it even says it outlines a supposed plan to release an official statement at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Then 3 days post breakup to allow the initial media frenzy to settle and ensure clarity. Like, it's written from a publicist or marketer's brain.
I could write that.
Yeah, but you're a very intelligent woman.
Who's to say I didn't? Who's to say I've bought the...
I mean, I would not be surprised.
Who's to say I haven't bought the professional package on Canva and I've made this whole thing up myself?
You are sleepy today. What was your thought, though, that you said at the start of this break?
Interesting part of this is that Travis's specific person from that company that looks after him is a guy called Mr. Ketsoyan.
Mm-hmm.
And he has openly shared that he has done showmances before, many, has put together, has dealt with other publicists and they've brought a client with their client and
that's not good.
Explained in detail. It's about to sell the hype of it, blah, blah, blah. That's tricky. Yeah? That is tricky. Here was my thought. So imagine me last night or early this morning, 2:00, because I'd forgotten that I'd promised Vicky a bloody spanakopita, so I got up and made it. I was listening to Midnights. It was a midnight sort of night.
Okay.
I was listening to it and I just, the lyrics that she spins, she's just magical. And my thought last night, it popped into my head as I was scattering that feta and spinach and silver beet because I'm cheap.
Listening to this.
Yes, I was listening to that. I was listening to that, actually. And I went, hang on a minute. She's a poet. She's an old school, old-fashioned poet.
Yeah.
And he's a meathead.
Bogan. NFL dude.
What are they doing together? How is that? How are they compatible?
Confirmed it's a showmance.
And then I woke up and apparently it's a showman. So you heard it here first, folks.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Jack's eyes looking like piss holes in the snow ready to go by. It's spring.
It's in with spring here at Priceline Pharmacy. Time to start fresh and try something new. Chrissy's Get Into Spring.
I mean, one of the great Aussie sayings, piss holes in the snow.
I've never heard that.
Haven't you?
No.
Tom, have you heard of that? Piss holes.
No.
Oh my God, I thought everybody knew that. Piss holes in the snow, very small.
Yeah, totally. The hay fever gets me, Swanee.
Yeah, it's real. Hi, Katie.
Hello, lovelies. How are you?
Do you suffer at all from hay fever?
No, but I suffer from dry, wintry skin. So, Jack, I need you to get me some Lush skincare products to get me a spring glow.
Okay.
Well, I think you'll be happy with the selection today. There are no skincare products in it, as fate would have it. But I can give you some recommendations because I'm mad for Priceline.
Swanee, they will be in the hamper that I could potentially win her.
That is true.
They might not be the products you're making me guess the price of.
Of course.
But if she wins a $600 bloody Priceline hamper...
You're going to have all the
my God.
products you could ever imagine. All right, Katie, this is how it works. I've done a spring refresh and reset at my favourite place, and I found some fabulous value gems. I am going to hand Jack 3 items from my shopping haul, and all he's got to do is guess the correct price of each item to the nearest dollar. Now, as we know, no one's more out of touch than this man, so good luck. First up for you, Katie and Jack. It is the absolute go-to if you've got to go somewhere and you look at your hair and you go, oh my God, it's greasy. It is Chlorane Dry Shampoo with Oat and Ceramide. You just spray that on, bang, as good as having a fresh wash. How much would you expect to pay? It is an imported product. It is French, if you don't know.
And I've bought dry shampoo for my sister before. I'm going to say $25.
It is $25.
Yes.
Yes, Jack!
That's a $200 Priceline hamper I've got you so far, Katie.
I mean,
Oh my
you
God.
are ahead. And what about this one? The eyelash curler came about in the 80s or 90s. It disappeared. It is coming back. Nothing opens up your eyes wider than a very simple eyelash curler. And this one's made by Elf, so you know it's good. How much
Okay.
would you expect to pay?
If it's made by Elf, then maybe it's a little bougier. I'm going to say $15.
How many dollars do you have to be within one? No,
Damn
it's
it.
15, but it's $12. That is great value, by the way.
Okay, sorry, Katie. You've still got the $200 Priceline hamper, though.
Now
I'm so happy with that.
let's move on. You've got a chance here at a $300 one. This is the Brawn Face Mini Hair Remover. Now, what sort of devilry is this? I have opened it up. I had heard about these but had never used it. And then my good friend Jane Hall said to me, Chrisula, what you need is one of those plug-in shavers. I said, oh my God, no, it'll grow back stronger. They're so good. I'm going to demonstrate
Looks
how
like
they
something
work.
else.
Look, I know.
Oh, it's buzzing.
Look, I'm doing my own start.
This is wild.
Look.
Okay. What is happening?
Look at that. It was hit a snag.
Wow. All right, I'm going to guess, Swanee, that is because it's electric and it's like a product you'll have forever. I'm going to say $50.
It is $50.
Yes!
You have got yourself a $300 Priceline hamper with all the amazing spring into spring goodies, Katie.
Oh, Jack, you're awesome. Thank you so much,
No,
Chrissy.
Tell
You're
you what,
awesome, Katie. You've also got a $100 Macca's voucher thanks to the Monopoly game at Macca's because every caller on the Chrissy Swan Show today gets one as well.
Oh, my God, stop it. You guys are the best.
I mean, I can think of something else that is.
Stop that now.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, that's Troy Sivan. I never found out who won that amazing prize.
I know it was someone in Perth, Swanee, but their name escapes me.
Oh, I want to call them now and go over to their house.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Can I tell you, I don't think that I'm a vain person. I really don't. I very rarely look at myself. I don't care about my appearance, really.
No, I take that card for both of us in the studio.
But I truly believe that what is inside is what counts. And that is true until I have
McPherson.
until I have an eye infection.
Oh, no, you can't be seen in public with an eye infection.
If there is something wrong with my eye, I am like Quasimodo. I hate myself. I can't look at myself. I can't let other people look at me. And that's when I realise maybe you are vain.
No, I'm going to defend you here. I think because of the woo-woo stuff you were saying before, it's about what's within.
Yeah.
The eyes are the window to the soul and what's within. So when you've got an eye infection, the windows to within you and the soul are all like damaged and wrong.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
and also it's so obvious when people see you and recoil in horror because you're looking at them through the hideous. Anyway, Elton John is recovering still from a severe eye infection. Apparently he spent the whole summer quietly recuperating at home. Or as the article says, home. It's a spelling error. It says quietly recuperating at home.
Poor Elton.
Poor Elton. Tiny Dancer. Have you seen Almost Famous yet?
No.
You will love it so much.
Oh, I needed something to watch last night, but I went and watched Big Brother 2003 instead.
Can you please do a review? That was my series. I haven't even seen it.
I know, my housemate Kontos and I were like, let's watch some old Swanee.
Oh my God, I love it. I need a full recap tomorrow.
Oh,
that is such a perfect song.
This song's more perfect. Don't you reckon Britney just adds something, Swan, with all that talent?
Yeah, she had something.
What is it? Say it. Anyway, let's move on.
Everything I was about to say would get me cancelled.
It's got to happen one of these days.
Anyway, it's happened before, it'll happen again. Good luck to you, Elton. I imagine that he's a very cranky man at home, and particularly with an eye infection. He's got very young children too. They would have been like, Dad's in a mood.
They'd be too scared to even enter his bedroom.
Of course they would. Thank God for David Furnish, who I think is the nice one there. Now let's talk about this Amy Adams film.
Yeah.
Amy Adams is the red-headed actress that looks like she gets all the roles that Nicole Kidman rejects. Anyway, she has featured in a trailer for a film called Night Bitch.
Yeah.
Which looks like a kind of standard motherhood is miserable narrative. And then
the movie takes acid.
The movie, I don't know what is going on, but she thinks she's turning into a dog.
Mama fuzzy.
I'm not fuzzy.
I just feel off. Look at my teeth. See how sharp they are?
It's a little bit weird.
Motherhood, it changes you. It connects you to some primal urges.
I'm never going to be smart, happy, or thin ever again. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I'm turning into a dog.
You're so funny.
Do you ever feel like the big secret is that we are gods? We create life.
Yes!
We are so powerful. What the fuck? I could crush a walnut with my vagina.
That honestly sounds like a bunch of mums had a few too many savvy bees on a Friday night, started dabbling in something they shouldn't, and then came up with this movie, and then woke up the next day and decided to create it.
God, if that is true, here is my number.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Yeah, we're about to talk about a guy that's fallen asleep on the job. And Hollywood, you may notice I'm a little bit weary today.
You are. You've still got a vibe about you, but I can sense you're sleepy.
I can turn it on, baby.
Yeah, you can.
But I was up very, very late last night. I was doing some work and other bits and pieces. I just like a bit of peace and quiet, once the kids are asleep. It's my time to shine.
Absolutely.
And it got to about 1 o'clock in the morning. And I love that. I love that time because there's not a sound around. And just at that moment, I remembered that day I had promised Vicky, a beautiful receptionist who was having an up-the-bum procedure, that I would bring her a spanakopita.
I do remember this.
To aid her recovery today.
Did you then decide at 1 a.m. to start making said spanakopita?
I thought about it for about half an hour, and then at 2 a.m.
Swan.
I got out the ingredients.
You could have just gone to a Greek shop this morning, bought it for her, and made out like you'd made it.
No, but you know that I can't lie.
I know.
So I've brought it in. And I should give it to her at some point, shouldn't I?
You probably should.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of food, everyone that gets on air with us today wins $100 cash thanks to the Monopoly game at Macca's. That includes in Chrissy's Quizzy. So you can win a bum bag, but even better, you'll both win, both contestants, $100 thanks to Macca's.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away a bumper bum bag because there's $100 cash from Macca's in there.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Just when that music was playing, I threw half a nugget into my mouth and then I realised I'm not going to have time to eat this, so I've had to spit it out again.
I've got to talk. There's enough nuggies to have more though, Swanee, so
How
we're all good.
good are nuggies, Belinda?
So good. My favourite.
Oh, God. What sort of sauce are you?
Oh, definitely sweet and sour.
Most people are. I think.
What are you?
I'm a nude. I'm a nude nuggie girl.
A nude?
Yeah.
Raw dog nuggie.
I do not have any sauce, but I do believe
I don't agree with that, Chrissy.
I'm
Neither.
sorry. I do believe that Joel Creasy, who is coming up next, he's a sweet mustard guy.
Ew.
Yeah.
Belinda, good news. Just for getting on air with us, you have $100 cash thanks to the Monopoly game at Macca's.
Oh, yay. Thank you. So exciting.
Already winning. Hello, Tiz.
Hi.
Hi. Do we need to discuss our common love of gumption?
Yes,
How good is it?
but I've got a new love. I've got a new love.
Are you cheating on gumption?
Well, it kind of happened. It just happened.
Amazing.
What is your new
It wasn't meant
find?
to be. Shine.
Shine.
SHYN. Oh, my God.
All right.
You will die 1,000 deaths if you try this product.
All right, done. I'm going to Google that immediately. All right, girls, may the best lady win. Having said that, you've already won because Max has come to the party. Your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and will walk away with the bum bag. Question number 1. Which coffee chain has announced they're going cash free?
Tiz.
Yes, Tiz?
Gloria Jean.
It is Gloria Jean's, and my dad loves it because they serve their coffee in a mug, love.
Do they still?
Yes. Question number 2. Which mobile phone brand had a model called the Razor?
Belinda, Motorola.
Yes. Wow, that was quick.
Question number 3. You're both on the scoreboard.
Today, September 4th, is Beyonce's birthday. Can anyone tell me what her mama's name is? She's like one of the original Mommingers.
She is.
Mommingers, isn't she?
She loves a chat. She loves an interview. She loves the spotlight.
Belinda, is it like Solange or something like that?
No, that's her sister. Her mum's
Oh.
name's Tina. Question number 4. Which British singer has revealed he's vision impaired after an eye
Belinda.
infection? Yes, Belinda.
Elton John.
That's true. That's 2 for you and 1 for Tiz.
Question number 5 is for the win, Belinda, but I can still believe in you, Tiz. You could still get this.
You can. Hanoi is the capital of which country?
Belinda,
Yes, Belinda for the win.
Vietnam.
It is Vietnam. Well done. You've got the bum bag.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
But you've both got $100 cash thanks to Macca's, the best.
I mean, that's the prize you really want.
Spend it all on Big Macs, please.
Please, no pickles. Diet Coke, no jokes, can't get it anymore. Coke, no zero.
Double pickles, please.
Double pickles?
Yes.
Oh, you can have mine then.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Say his name and he appears. We were just talking about Elton John's health scare.
And there is that fantastic reimagined song with Britney Spears, Swanee.
I just don't think it should have been done. You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova, thanks to Priceline Pharmacy. 13, 24, 10, have you ever fallen asleep on the job? I'm always fascinated by these stories because I haven't been in a job probably ever, like definitely in the last 30 years, where anyone would have like not noticed if I was asleep.
Like it just wasn't an option for you.
Well, no, when I worked in advertising, you know, you're in a big open plan office talking about ideas, and then I was on the radio talking. I think you'd know.
Yeah, totally. I think I only have when on our other breakfast show, after the breakfast show would finish, if I'd had a big night,
Yes.
I'd fall asleep on that beanbag in the office.
Yeah, well, that's right. And you could because you weren't speaking into a microphone
Correct.
in that job.
And I'd finish doing the show. We'd finish the show. I'd stay awake for the show.
Did you see that an air traffic controller has been discovered at 5 o'clock in the morning, snuggled under his desk in a blanket, fast asleep?
Wait, no, that's like definitely a job you can't do this on.
I just think it's so interesting, the blanket detail.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, and also the temperature control in those air traffic towers cannot be messed with. It needs to be freezing because they want you to stay awake so that people don't crash into each other in the air.
I wonder, where were we? Where are we?
In Queensland. FNQ.
Maybe he'd had a big night on the 4X.
Well, no, it turns out that he'd done too many night shifts in a row.
Oh,
so it wasn't his fault, actually. Actually, we're saying it's a he. Did you notice in this article they went to great pains to not reveal the gender of the person?
Oh, no.
They were discovered by the oncoming day shift worker. There was no traffic in the controller space when they were woken. Like, it's just...
Oh, wow, it's very, like, they've wanted to keep this person a non.
It's definitely a guy.
Has to be. Has to be.
Absolutely. Having said that, it is very female to plan ahead and have a blanket. So we want to know, 13 24 10, have you fallen asleep on the job? This is fascinating to me.
If, like this person in this article, you'd like to be a non, you can. And also, just for getting on air with us today, you will receive $100 cash thanks to the Macca's Monopoly game.
There is no greater prize.
The Monopoly game at Macca's is back with a 1 in 4 chance to win and $753 million in prizes. Download the My Macca's app and play today.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Somebody's fallen asleep.
Somebody with an important job too, Swan.
An air traffic controller, the only one that was on that shift, has been found 5 a.m. in the morning. Sounds like he was found dead. He wasn't. He was found by his co-worker, snuggled under the desk, wrapped in a blanket. I love it so much.
I wonder if... I love the detail in this article. I've just read it in the songs. It said that this worker, because we don't know whether it was a guy or a girl, had their headset still on.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean pilots were trying to talk to them and they couldn't get through?
Oh,
or...
my God, that reminds me. I used to work through the night at a call centre when I was at uni.
Yeah.
Right, because I was at uni during the day and then I would work through the night. And I would sleep.
Not off.
With my headset on, because just before a call comes through, you get this beep, and that would wake me up. So I must be like, hello. It was a good situation.
13 24 10, we're asking, have you fallen asleep on the job?
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
There's so much I need to discuss with you. I have never met a bad Heidi. It's one of the great names.
Oh, thank you. It's actually pronounced Heidi, but because it's spelled H-E-I-D, I just tell people it's Heidi.
Yes, I know. You get used to that. Your silly parents didn't know what they were doing. Setting you up for a lifetime of annoyance.
I know, right?
And secondly, Heidi.
Yeah.
You work in an abattoir.
I did many years ago, but I was on suitable duties and I got sent to...
Hang on, you were on what?
Suitable duties. So I'd had an injury.
Okay.
And so they put you on light duties until you're back to work.
Great.
Anyway, they sent me into what's called cold stores where they deliver all the cold meat to before it gets trucked out. And I had to go into a room and sit on a chair and watch boxes go past to make sure they didn't fall off the conveyor belt. So I was all wrapped up in warm clothes, but it was freezing in there. It's like below 10 or something.
Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, I fell off to sleep because it's that cold and it's that boring and things weren't falling off. And I woke up to all the boxes everywhere, meat on the floor, and the foreman yelling at me. I was so embarrassed. But it's so cold in there. I just wanted to go to sleep.
Heidi, that sounds like a scene from the Lucille Ball show. Remember they were working?
Yes.
They were working in a factory,
Yeah.
and these boxes
and the chocolate. Was it the chocolate?
Yes, it was.
Did you wake up with frostbite, Heidi?
Oh, no, I ended up with a kidney infection because it was that cold.
Oh, good
my
then.
God,
Well,
Heidi.
in good news for you, you have just won $100 cash thanks to the Monopoly game at Macca's.
Oh, you're a legend. Thank you so much.
Good. Mel, when have you fallen asleep on the job?
Me? So I was a busy sales and marketing manager for a hotel venue, and I'd sent everyone out of the office, and I decided that feeling a little bit droopy, I decided to put my head down on my arms to hopefully make myself feel better. Next minute, I don't know how long I'd been out, but my boss is standing behind me all with my maintenance manager.
Oh, no.
I literally wiped the drool off my face.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Look at the both of them and complete defense mode, told them I'd never fallen asleep. I don't know what you're talking about. my boss said to me, let's go and have a chat. I thought I was going to get a drilling, but little did I know that he'd kept an eye on me over the last few weeks. Sat me down and literally told me he was going to go buy me a pregnancy test because he's figured out that I'm pregnant, which I was.
Oh,
Wow.
my God, Mel. I love it when people talk about that first trimester because you think, before you've ever gotten pregnant, you think you know what tired is. And then
100%.
the first 12 weeks of pregnancy happens and you're like, oh, I'm dead. I'm dead inside.
Out like a light.
Oh, gosh, that
I was
makes
mortified.
so much sense.
Mel, for sharing your story today, you get $100 cash thanks to the great people at McDonald's.
No, thank you. Kids will love that. Thank you.
The Monopoly game is back at Macca's. The kids will definitely love that.
Happy meal for the win.
Right, let's go to Frankie Swanee.
Hi,
Frankie.
Frankie.
Hi, how you going?
Good. What happened?
Well, I was living in London and I went for a job interview. So I was in the boardroom with two directors of this company and they were, obviously asking me lots of questions. And being winter in London, the office was about 30 degrees. And then they dimmed the lights and put on a presentation about their company. And I struggled so hard to keep my eyes open. And the next thing you know, they're gently tapping me on the shoulder to wake me up.
In the job interview.
But the best thing is, Chrissy, I got the job.
Yes!
Oh, what? Well, I suppose it's an A+ for how relaxed you are.
Absolutely.
$100 cash thanks to our friends at Macca's. The Monopoly game at Macca's is back with a 1 in 4 chance to win and $753 million in prizes. Download the My Macca's app and play today.
I mean, I can play this sort of on a technicality. I've never fallen asleep myself on the job, but I've certainly sent a lot of people to sleep.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Don't miss Australia's favourite renovation show, The Block, Sunday 7 p.m. and Monday to Wednesday 7:30 p.m. on 9 and 9 Now.
Speaking of The Block, see, I get confused because there's a little bit about The Block in there and normally it's not.
It's not there, Swanee. I'll give it to you. I would talk over it as well.
So my timing is off. We talked about Ricky Ricardo from The Block and his, on again, off again, broken up, brand new girlfriend. And we were very sympathetic given the coverage that I've heard since.
Because I think I've read the same headline that he maybe has abandoned his family or something.
Oh, my God.
But also, we don't know the truth. Who knows?
No,
maybe
who
he left
knows?
his family for good reason. I'm going to back in Ricky on The Block.
What, has he got children?
No, his mum and dad and his siblings. He walked out of the house one day or something.
Well, we all move on. We all move on
Right.
eventually. Let's talk about Lady Gaga before we head off and move on ourselves for the day. She has published on socials her schedule, right? And it's all very standard stuff,
It looks like a very light schedule to me until I found out what was going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, surely she's got more happening than what's on this Instagram post.
Yes, and you're looking at it going, you've got all the time in the world, good on you. And then the detail flies out at you. XX October, LG7, first single.
Huge.
She's at the Hotel Cipriani.
Cipriani.
Is it Cipriani?
Cipriani, yeah, it's beautiful, Swanee. Next time you go to Europe, you should stay at Hotel Cipriani.
Oh, I did see a photo of a little bit of footage of her frolicking with her. I think she's engaged, isn't she?
She is, with a big rock. It's the first time we've seen them
I
ring.
think you were referring to him as the big rock. He's a big boy. They looked very, very comfortable in each other's company. I'll tell you who's not comfortable in each other's company, Angelina Jolie and her ex-husband Brad Pitt. They have narrowly avoided running into each other at Venice Film Festival. He's there with his new girlfriend. She wouldn't give a rat's ass, by the way.
Inez or Jolie?
Jolie!
Yeah, got it.
She's so moved on. But she is starring in the biopic of Maria Callas called Maria. Now, Maria was a very, very famous, world-famous opera singer.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Right.
And Angelina's singing in it.
I don't think we've heard her sing before, have we?
No. And what an unbelievable thing to take on, given that nobody knows that she sings. Like, it's one thing for Lady Gaga to star as Evita. But we know what's
she's got
happening
pipes.
there. Exactly. So she thought she would never sing again because of something an ex said to her, you can't sing. So she just zipped it for years and years. And now she's found her voice again, figuratively and literally.
That's amazing.
Which ex was it? Who's your money on?
See, Swanee, I don't know a lot of her exes. I immediately just think of Brad Pitt, who I'm obsessed with this week.
Yeah.
But surely, like, she wouldn't publicly talk about him.
Hang on. Side note, was Brad Pitt wearing a pair of, like, yoga pant flares?
Yeah, like a flared pant. Mate, I've got them. I wear them.
Oh, my God. Is there anything like that you won't follow?
No, look, I've screenshotted it and sent it to my beautiful friend Effie, who makes my suits. And I've said, next suit, we are doing this. And I'm just going to copy exactly what he is wearing. I've lost the screenshot. Because he looks elite. Are you kidding? Have you seen the man?
Yeah, I have, but the flares are not a look.
No, the flares are a vibe.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't think it was Brad Pitt who said that. I think it was Billy Bob Thornton. And the reason I think that's her ex-husband. Remember she had a vial of blood around her?
Was that his?
Yeah, she was in a creepy situation with him. But I reckon he has said that because he's got a mean face and a mean mouth and he says mean things with it, I think.
He's scary looking.
And also he's a musician himself. Sometimes an ex will say something to you and you never, ever forget it. Let's do it tomorrow.
Let's absolutely do it.
Yes.
And hey, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel Swanee also have $100 Macca's vouchers to give away.
Is there a greater prize in the world?
Nah.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.